Hi, I'm Dan Walensky. I'm back in Denver, Colorado. It's right after our Brighton High School, New York, class of 77, 40th year reunion. And what a great time we had. Thank you to the reunion committee who put all that together in Brighton. It was great to be back and see all these old familiar faces. Well, we're not that old. Anyway, my favorite high school memory, I told you I'm back in Denver, Colorado, but here's the yearbook that we all brought with us. And here's my favorite memory, of course, working on the Trapezoid newspaper, which I brought with me. And thank you to Rick Simon, our advisor and teacher, for helping me, teaching me how to write, and all the great, wonderful memories in the Trapezoid newspaper room. Anyway, we have a real treat for you. We put together a compilation of some student comments, some classmates who were at the reunion. This is going to be a special pleasure for those of you who couldn't attend the reunion. We're doing 1-minute clips showing our classmates. We ask them who they are, where they live, and their favorite high school memory. So enjoy this, and wondering how many of these students you recognize.
Hi, I'm Adrienne Ehrlich, and I live in the Park Avenue area in Rochester, and I teach 6th grade at Calkins Road Middle School. So my favorite memory of high school was cotillion. And I don't know if any of you remember that, but we dressed in long, fancy gowns, at least the girls did. And the boys dressed up in suits, and the girls had to wear gloves. And we learned foxtrot and the waltz and all those other dances. So we had to sit and wait for the boys to come up and ask us to dance. And so one dance, Dan Walensky came up to me, and I was 5'9", and he was 5? I'm not sure, maybe not even. And he came up to me to dance, and that's fine. We stood up to dance, and it was a slow dance. And Dan just was like, oh. We did it anyway, and it was fun.
Hi, I'm Beth Adams, and favorite memories from high school, from Brighton High. I loved high school. I came to high school after going to a private Catholic school for elementary, and I was very excited that I made the cheerleading team my freshman year. That was huge for me and a good way to meet people. And my second great memory is hanging out at the slanted tree when I could get out of class and go hide. That's it.
Hello, my name is Judy Gibson. I live in Odenton, Maryland. That's in Anne Arundel County, between Washington, D.C. and Annapolis. I'm a federal employee. I am the branch chief of Air Force Defense Support of Civil Authorities at the Pentagon. So I have a couple of good memories of my time at Brighton. One of the most vivid is the fact that I'm one of several of the original urban suburban transfer students that came to Brighton in 1966, halfway through 2nd grade, and went all the way through to graduation of high school. Another memory that I have of Brighton High School is I was the first insertion of color on the cheerleader team. Yes, junior varsity cheerleading team. First one, and that was for the basketball season. I also was the first insertion of color on the gymnastics team, and I was very happy about that. So those are my memories. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Denise Klein, class of 77. I'm very pleased to be here. I was a little nervous about coming, but I just feel so much real genuine love with our class after thinking that I wouldn't feel comfortable with anybody, and it's just really been a great experience to get to know people that I wish I'd gotten to know, but it's not too late. I didn't go today to see the high school, but I think it's about now seeing the people, and I'm really thankful for it. A couple memories from high school. I was not a good student, so what I remember is I played on the high school tennis team and had Coach Riley, and we were on the varsity team. It was a really great group of girls, and I was on doubles, and we had lots of successful years. And then I was also in the ski club, where on Saturdays we went to Swain skiing for the whole day, and you have to get into a snow sport because after all we are in Rochester.
Hello, my name's John Doolittle, and I live in Seattle. And right now I'm a researcher for the American Red Cross. And I guess one thing that I wanted you to let you know about being in high school in the 70s was there were a lot of new things coming in. And one of them was being on the track team under Roy Murata and having new age techniques come in to help us win. And we won a lot. I just remember doing indoor track in the winter, and we would sit against the wall and we would do yoga and I don't even know, some kind of new age thing where we would say flow, flow, flow. You know, it was supposed to get us through those hard times during the races. And it just seems really stupid, but I still run today, and sometimes it just comes unbidden to my brain. Flow, flow. And I don't know, maybe it worked. Maybe the new age stuff was good. So I really appreciate, the editors and the people who, came up with this video idea. I hope it works out. Thank you.
Tell me one.
So you're on, Alan. What's your name?
My name is Alan Priceman. I just retired from work a month ago. I live at 45 South Avenue in the village of Fairport, 20 years. Keeping busy, raising a couple step kids, twin boys. I'm giving them all they can handle.
And what's your favorite high school memory, Alan?
Brighton High School, when I used to out-teach Mr. Hines when I out-taught him in the history class, and it was in the yearbook too. He was a sharp history teacher, but then he met me, and I think he met his match. History was the only thing I could do right in high school besides have fun.
Thanks, Alan.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, so Mike Curcio. I'm still living in Rochester. I never left. And I think my favorite is probably a tie for open gym and the cafeteria. Were my best parts of Brighton High School and all the friends.
Thanks, Mike.
Yep.
Hi, it's Linda Levitt. Amazingly, I am back in Brighton again. I work for the town of Brighton, which kind of boggles my mind. And I think my favorite high school memory is when I got a chance to go on the People to People trip and travel Europe, and the great friends I made on that trip. And I had so many good friends in high school that it's neat to keep in touch with, and just was a wonderful experience. But those are probably my favorite. And sneaking out of the school when Mr. Benson was around the corner and I could shoot across the field and get to my house for lunch. My mom never knew that I wasn't allowed to leave the campus. So those are my favorites.
Thank you so much.
My name is Doris Rubin Bobry, and I was only at Brighton for my senior year. So 10 years ago, I decided to join the reunion committee so I could meet the people who I graduated with for the first time in my life. So I live in Pittsford, New York, and I've stayed around here, and it's a pleasure to be back and seeing everybody happy and healthy. Thanks, you.
Doris. Joe? Joe?
Yes,
Who are you?
this is Joe Holt.
Yeah.
I arrived here from Arizona, Mesa, Arizona, and my favorite memory of high school are the people, and not only our class, but all of the classes at the time, and our teachers as well. So thanks, and I hope this is adequate.
Thanks, Joe.
My name's Bruce Mink, and I grew up here and left many, many years ago. And one of my fond memories is really the New Year's Eve parties I used to put on in my parents' basement.
Can you tell us any more about those, Bruce?
The beer was in the snow until the parents left, and then we ran out and fetched it. That's what I remember.
Thank you, Bruce.
Sure.
Okay, so we're filming. So what is your name?
My name is Sean Robson. Everybody knows me as Cookie. And I have a couple of favorite moments. One is being out at the slab smoking a cigarette and having Mrs. Wickstrom come out, or Mrs. Freeman come out, the gymnast coach, and having me kicked off the soccer team. But otherwise, ending the school year with great soccer team and all the sports that I participated in with all these friends that I have now.
Thank you. Memory.
Okay, Rochelle Shelley Cohen Lempert. I still live in Brighton, and I suppose I should say my favorite memory is meeting my husband, who is the class 75, David Lempert, and the brother of our classmate, the late Judy Lempert-Zaretsky.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Karen Bernhardt West. I live in Liverpool, New York, and my favorite memory about high school is spending time in Claire Tiser's homeroom with Judy Lempert, who's no longer with us, but I really look back on those days with very fond memories.
Thanks.
My name's Craig Anthony. I live close by nowadays in Palmyra. And my favorite memories of high school have to be some of the trouble I got into. But my absolute favorite was stuff I got away with. When I stole the structured study hall sheets and told everybody but the freshmen. And ran into it and really messed up Mr. Collerberg and Mrs. Wickstrom. That had to have been my favorite high school memory.
Thanks, Greg.
Okay. So I'm Carol Friedman Sachs.
Tammy Suratenko.
And I live in Rochester.
San Diego, California.
And I don't know if we really have a favorite memory, do you?
Not at all. The memories that I have, the best memories, are these reunions. Where you get to meet people, get to talk to people, get to know your landscaping joy because you're outdoors. Sorry, Craig. And get to know people on a much, much different level than we did in high school.
Yeah, all the barriers break down, and you know, it's like there are no cliques anymore. It's nice.
Thank you, ladies.
Dee Dee McIntosh Hempill, and I didn't think I had a memory, but I do have a memory. This summer, I live in Virginia, and we went to see Sound of Music, and I was telling my 23-year-old daughter, I'm like, we did Sound of Music when we were in high school, and I was in the orchestra. Never played the violin very well, but I had fun, and I remember the play, because it was the same play as it was down in Virginia, so it was great. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Pam Patterson. I live in Tecumseh, Michigan, and one of my favorite memories from high school was being a sports writer for Trapezoid my senior year and covering all the hockey games. Hi, Mr. Hames.
Bonnie Laskin. I didn't graduate with you guys, but my heart and soul is always here. My favorite memory from Brighton is hanging out in the slab and never going to school. Oh, the diner, 12 Corners.
Hi, I'm Lisa Toll, and my favorite memory are float building parties. Yeah, I remember those days, and the parents that hosted them, thank goodness for them. But to this day, I will not drink beer because it was a warm keg at that party, and it tasted what I think urine would taste like today. So thank you, so I don't drink beer.
Paul Trevino. I'm now living in San Diego for about 36 years. And to be honest with you, as I said in the quote to Dan, it turns out this is one of my best high school memories. I can't think of anything specific from there, but I think 40 years since then has given me perspective to say, these are the people that really are important to me, and I'm glad I can go back, because it really is a chance to go back and talk to the people and relive some of the things that we went through with people that really get it from when we were that age.
Hi everybody, I'm Susan Sano, much to what everybody else has been calling me. I've lived in the Washington, D.C. area for 36 years. My favorite high school memory is all the theater that I was doing and having fun getting to know everybody. It's been now a lifelong love. I thought I wanted to do theater professionally and go out in the world, and the truth is it wasn't me. It's watching my daughter get so much further in theater and doing really well. So thanks to everybody who's here tonight. And I think the memory, or what's happening tonight, is I'm amazed at is how many names I remember. How can I still remember these people 40 years later? But I think that says a lot.
Hi, Jane Kerwin. I live in Pittsburgh, and my favorite memory from high school is eating warm chocolate chip cookies in the morning in the cafeteria.
Hi, I'm Kathleen Ryan. I was Kathleen U. Ryan. My favorite memory from Brighton High School is sitting in front of Mr. Bruce's homeroom and furiously trying to finish my homework and greeting my classmates. I just want to tell you a wonderful story. I'm still in touch with Pammy Patterson, who was in my wedding over 30 years ago, and we're still lifelong friends. So thank you, BHS.
Memory.
All right. Hi, Jody Winterman, and I'm living in Pittsburgh, New York. I've been living in Rochester since I graduated, and my favorite memory from high school is I remember playing euchre in the Commons with a lot of friends.
Oh yeah.
And Beth Porter.
I am Beth Porter. I live in California, and I'm originally from Brighton, New York, obviously. And one of my favorite memories is hanging out with Sheila, and oh my gosh, there's so many memories. Hanging out with Andy McDonald, hanging out with Joanne, with everybody, and just having good times.
Hi, I'm Elliot Siegel. I live in the Rochester area at the present time, and my favorite memories are attending Brighton Barons basketball games with a lot of friends.
Hey, my name is Carolyn Hallahan Bick, and I was Carolyn Hallahan at Brighton High School, and I live in Rochester, New York, and I live right in the East Avenue district, raised my kids in Pittsburgh, and my favorite high school memories, I liked a lot, but my favorite thing was hanging out in the art room with Paul Smith, who's my mentor, just doing photography all the time for years.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Addendum. I just want to, every Friday of my senior year.
Wait, who are you?
My name's Craig Anthony.
Okay.
Every Friday of my senior year, Andy McDonald and I would have a quart of vodka. We'd make screwdrivers, and we would have screwdrivers on Friday, every Friday. And there was several people that imbibed with us. It's good times.
Hey, you get over here. You gotta do one.
Come on, Deanna's trying to shut it down.
Come on, you gotta do one too.
Nope.
All right, you're rolling, Mark.
Hi,
What's your
Mark
name?
Gans. I live in Rochester, New York to this day. I went to Brighton High School in 1977. I graduated. And one of my favorite memories of Brighton High School was the fact that there were beautiful women there, and I came tonight and they're still beautiful.